Welcome back to a brand new Clash Royale video, guys. My name is Patrick, aka Chief Pat, and today we're going to be hopping into a full update overview inside of Clash Royale, where today I'm going to be giving you guys my full opinion of the update that we know about so far, sort of how I'm feeling about the update, what my expectations were, what my expectations are now, and sort of what my vibe is. In general, I feel like the community's been rather positive about this update. Usually there's actually a fair bit of complaining for each and every update, but for this one it seems like there's been a pretty positive reaction, specifically I think among more casual and free-to-play players, and that's great. I wanted to give you guys my opinion. Sort of I let myself digest the update information over the last 48 hours and really get a feel for what I wanted to do inside of this video. And of course the update isn't even out yet, and when it comes out, my opinion and your opinion can change a lot more. But anyways, let me tell you guys about sort of what I tweeted out the night before the update news dropped. For full disclosure, as soon as I have a team for the Clash Royale League during the duration of the season, I don't get info to what the update is before it actually comes out, because if I knew what's coming out inside the update, I could tell that to my players, and then they'd have an advantage inside of Clash Royale's official esports league. So I sent a tweet out the night before they announced what's coming out inside of the update, saying sort of what I was looking for and features that I'd be excited about, not only as a content creator but a team owner. So if you check out my tweet right here, some of the asks that I was looking for in the upcoming update were this. And again, you guys have to understand my position for what I want inside of the game. I'm a fully maxed out level 13 player. My free-to-play account I gave up on a while ago just because facing level 13 elite barbarians and royal giants, not very fun. Hopefully it's a little bit better now that they've stretched out the leagues to where people don't reset at 4,000 trophies every single time and they go to half their trophy count. Anyways, keep in mind that I have a bias from my perspective at what I want inside of the game. So I tweeted that features that I would want to see inside the new update, things that I was really hoping for was, number one, a new 5v5 dual mode King of the Hill style, basically where you and 4 of your clanmates could queue up against 5 other people, and basically you'd queue into a battle and you'd have 5 people on each team, and it would be like sort of esports style King of the Hill, where each of you guys would face off against an opponent. Like maybe you would start off with player 1 versus player 1 on the other team. If the person who lost, that player would continue and keep trying to fight through the team, and again, you just keep on knocking players out until one team's victorious. I don't know exactly how that would work inside of the game, whether you'd have to establish separate teams separate from clans, and then those teams would get rankings, but overall I thought that would be a really cool feature. Another thing that would be neat, single player missions with waves of troops where you protect your king tower, sort of King of the Hill style. Again, these ideas I put together in like 5 minutes, but something where you have your king tower, and rather having it be against another real opponent, you actually go against an NPC where they're raining troops down from the very top, and then over and over it gets harder and harder, and you have to be smarter about how you deploy your troops. I thought that would be sort of a fun little addition to the game. One thing that would be actually pretty interesting would be 2v2 grand challenges in the leaderboard. 2v2 is inside of Clash Royale's highest ranking league, the Clash Royale League, obviously inside of esports, and it actually makes up a vast majority of what the players play. I feel like right now it's pretty tough to actually train for 2v2 and get better at 2v2 because the elo system and the ladder for 2v2 is sort of messed up. I know our pro players can't even play on that because it's pretty rough, and basically I think some sort of grand challenge system or some sort of 2v2 leaderboard would be pretty interesting. And then finally, obviously as a Clash Royale team owner, I think King Tower skins and badges would be sweet. Imagine if you could rep a Tribe Gaming, a TSM, a Team Queso, a team badge for your clan or something like that. I think that'd be pretty neat. And of course there's a bunch of other stuff they could do there. So that was some of the stuff that I was expecting inside the update, just giving you guys, not expecting, but like wishing for the update, giving you guys a full background on what I was thinking. And now I sort of just want to break the update down piece by piece and sort of give you guys my thoughts on each and everything. Now, first and foremost, they have a new card coming out, obviously. That's going to be the Goblin Giant. Now, the Goblin Giant looks pretty neat at 6 elixir. If you guys haven't seen him already, he's actually carries spear goblins in his backpack that shoot things. So if you try to play bats over top of the Goblin Giant, it's just going to have these little spear goblins shooting him, and you can't kill the spear goblins until you kill the Goblin Giant first. Overall, I think this is a really interesting card concept, and it actually looks pretty cool. I'm not sure exactly how powerful it'll be. I know a lot of my players were saying that it doesn't seem like it's going to be that great, so I'm sort of waiting to see. But of course, with every new update inside of Clash Royale, you're going to have new cards. However, I do think the Goblin Giant looks pretty cool, and I'm sort of excited to play inside of the game. Now let's move to number 2. Number 2 is going to be trade tokens, and something that people have been asking for a really long time inside of Clash Royale is the ability to trade cards. So Supercell's solution to this was to introduce a feature called trade tokens, where basically what you can do is you can earn trade tokens from challenges, clan war battles, or buy them in the shop initially. And they said maybe eventually you'd be able to get them inside of special event challenges, but as of right now, I don't think that you can get them inside of regular challenges, which are grand and classic challenges. But basically with these trade tokens, you'd be able to trade 1 legendary, 10 epics, 50 commons, or 50 rares, or 250 commons with people inside your clan. And people are really excited about this feature, which they should be, especially as free-to-play players. It's hard to level up certain things inside your deck, and being able to sort of swap the stuff around that you don't want, like let's say you trade golems for hog riders because you're a golem, or because or you trade for Hog Riders and you use Golems to trade because you like playing Hog Rider and you don't like Beatdown, I think that's well, actually, those are two different types of cards. Let's say you trade Royal Giants for Elite Barbarians because that's just who you are, guys. There will be a way for you guys to switch what's going on, and I think this is really interesting. Now, obvious concerns around this are, one, since this isn't just a system that you can trade whenever you want, how often can you actually get these trade tokens? Well, you can get them inside of Clan War battles, or you can buy them inside the shop, or inside of special event challenges. Who knows how often those will be, and who knows how often these trade tokens will actually come around. So, of course, you know, it can be extremely difficult to get trade tokens. It can be, you know, it doesn't seem like they're going to be plentiful from everywhere that you get them, and I think especially in the beginning, when no one has trade tokens to start off, it's going to be a little bit difficult to try to wrangle them up. So I'm sort of curious exactly how often you're going to get trade tokens to be able to use them, and I think one thing people aren't realizing when they think of trade tokens is that no one's going to trade you their golems for your clone spells. That's just not how it's going to work. The most OP cards inside of the game, the cards that people want, they're going to want to play, it's going to be hard to trade for a lot of those. Like, people aren't going to take your rage spells, people aren't going to take your clone spells, people aren't going to take your mirrors for their golems, for their, you know, most epic, you know, most OP epic cards inside of there. And I think that's just something people, you know, haven't seen yet, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there will be one person inside of your clan who says, hey, I don't want the newest card to come out inside of the game. You can have it, and I'll take your, you know, your Royal Giants in return or something like that. But I'm sort of curious exactly what's going to happen, and I think people have to realize that this is a zero-sum game when it comes to trading. That basically you have to go ahead and, you know, basically give something up equal a value in the person's eyes. Ooh, man, that's some nasty losses in a row. You have to give something up equal in the person that you're trading with eyes in order to actually get a trade done. So I'm curious to see exactly how trading goes down. Obviously, I want anything that benefits free-to-play players, something that benefits you guys, something that benefits the general Clash Royale community, because as Clash Royale grows, you know, our community grows bigger. You know, YouTube grows bigger for Clash Royale. The Clash Royale League grows bigger. Everything that I love and I'm invested in Clash Royale grows bigger, so I'm only hoping it works out. But I'm really hesitant to see how trade tokens actually work in practice when people have to give up their cards and trade tokens aren't infinite. You have to get them from certain challenges, clan wars, stuff like that, and who knows, you know, exactly how that's going to work out. All right, let's move on. Number 3, simplifying card levels. This is, you know, a pretty simple thing. Basically, they're going to be standardizing card levels. They want it. I'm guessing they're doing this for newer players, or for players to make it more clear about exactly what cards' power levels are. So that way, when you see a level, you know, currently if you see a level 6 golem and you see like a level 11 common, you're like, huh, exactly how do their power levels match up with one another? But now it's going to be a lot more simplified, where you're going to understand, okay, this card's level 12, this card's level 13. Every single time the level 13 is going to be more powerful. Whereas like a level 5 legendary is more powerful than a level 10 common, obviously, but the level is a little bit different. So they're fixing this up, but overall, this isn't something that actually impacts the game, other than clarification for newer players, or players who, you know, don't really understand how the card leveling system works. It makes it a lot easier and simpler, but it's not something that I'm like, oh man, there's new card level standardization. I love Clash Royale. No, it's just a nice little thing for clarifying a certain process. Some other things they've done. Some small improvements for 2v2. You're going to be able to see your partner's elixir, which is really nice. The King's Tower health is no longer going to be obscured, so you'll be able to see that, which is great. The Spectator Mode is actually going to be really interesting. Cards played by a player is going to appear above the King Tower if you're spectating, which is really nice. Overall, these are nice things. Little quality of life improvements that definitely make the game better, and everything like that. Clan War improvements. All your collection and War Day battles are going to counter your crown chest now, which is really nice. As well as you're going to receive... It looks like you're going to receive a smaller war chest at the end of each war day, and then either an additional amount of gold or trade tokens. So they did some balancing there, and they're obviously accounting for the trade tokens you're going to be getting as a reward. Obviously nice for clan war stuff. And then finally, there's going to be some other stuff, like you can use your emotes inside of the clan chat. You're going to actually be able to play 2v2 battles for your clan war. Even if you've used all 3 of your preparation day battles, you can help out someone who's doing a 2v2 day battle, which is really nice. Yeah, so that's basically it for the full overview of the update. Now, my thoughts overall, breaking this down piece by piece. So you have a new card. New cards come out inside every single update. I think this card concept looks cool, but I'm not going to say this is the best update ever because we have a new card coming out. Simplified card levels, that doesn't really change anything about how I play the game. 2v2 improvements, they're nice, small quality of life update changes, but they're not like game breakers. Clan War improvements, again, these are like small quality of life things that you see. I think the update really revolves around trade tokens being a massive success. Personally for me, as a fully maxed out player, which, you know, 0.0000001% of the player base is. Obviously, it's not something I care about a lot, but I'm thinking about people who are actually going to use the trade tokens, and I'm not so convinced that they're actually going to work out that well. I want them to work out well. I want everyone to say that trade tokens are a great success, but we don't know how exactly how many we're getting. And we don't know, you know, exactly how the economics of trading inside of your clan is going to work out. I'm telling you guys, trying to offer up your golems for mirrors is not, or trying to offer up your mirrors to get golems back is not going to work. It's going to be interesting to see exactly what happens there. So I'm curious to see what happens. Now, actually, as a maxed out player, I can trade away my cards like that I'm overflowing. So you should, if you're not in a clan with maxed out people, you might want to join that because they're going to be your best trading partners because they don't care what they really get back. And yeah, so my overall thoughts on this update. Even if trade tokens work out perfectly, just looking at stuff that affects me as a player, and it actually affects the gameplay of Clash Royale, whether it comes to gameplay itself, new features, or anything like that, it feels like this update's pretty light. Obviously, trade tokens and some of this other quality of life stuff is nice, but it's not something that's going to change how I play the game. When I look at an update, I look for something that sort of changes how I play the game. Whether it's 2v2 coming out, a whole new feature, a whole new mode, whether it's challenges coming out, whether it's tournaments coming out, whether it's tournaments being taken away, whether it's special events coming out, whether it's stuff like that gets me excited as a player because it's a new, you know, twist on the game I'm playing. And for this update, I just don't really see a lot of that stuff. Some of the stuff that I changed, or some of the stuff that I named, like the 5v5 duel mode, 2v2 grand challenge, 2v2 ladder, stuff like that, is something that excites me just because it changes how I play the game, and it changes like the fabric of the game as a whole. And I understand that they can't do that in every single update. Every 2 months they can't be releasing a new feature or something that drives people absolutely crazy. Clan Wars by itself was already a feature that, you know, took them a lot of time and a whole new mode inside of the game. But yeah, for this update, for me, it's sort of just a okay. It's just like, okay, this is a nice update. I'm hoping it improves, specifically trade tokens, improves the experience of free-to-play players or low-spending players to where they can get cards easier. They can unlock, obviously this is going to be really nice for unlocking new legendary cards. You can, like, if you've never unlocked an Electro Wizard or a Sparky, you can trade someone one of your other legendary cards that is seen equal and obviously be able to unlock those, which is really nice. But overall, I don't know. I feel like I'm more, you know, even about this update than other people. Maybe it's, you know, just due to my biases of being a YouTuber, to being a maxed out player, but I'm just sort of overall seeing this. I feel like this update's gonna come out and 2 days later, or a day later, it's like, okay, what's next? Because the card level simplification, that's just gonna happen. The 2v2 improvements, very nice. Not going to really change too much about the game. The clan war improvements, not going to change too much about the game. The new cards come out again on a cycle. If they didn't release an update with new cards, it wouldn't be Clash Royale. And then of course the trade tokens, which even if trade tokens work out well, actually it would be really nice if trade tokens work out perfectly, but it's sort of just a wait and see thing. You know, it all depends on what goes on, how much they are inside of the shop. Are they real money? Are they gold? Are they gems? We'll just have to wait and see exactly what happens with trade tokens. My goal and my only wish for Clash Royale is to be the biggest, most bad, not biggest, best game possible. Not bad game possible. Please don't quote me on that. I want Clash Royale to be the biggest, best game possible, from players at the very top to players who are starting out at level 1. And that's really my goal. And I hope that this update helps that with trade tokens, among other things. But for myself, as someone who's been around for, you know, over 2 years, this update doesn't really move the needle for me. And that's just where I stand right now. But we'll see. I'm hoping this update helps out a lot of people, grows Clash Royale's player base, you know, helps people, you know, helps engagement with Clash Royale and makes people see, you know, the beautiful game that it is. I still think that it's the best mobile game of all time. It's still so much fun to play. I play hours every single day. I play more now than I did when I downloaded the game the very first time. I'm full on addicted to the game. I still just grind it nonstop, whether it's trophy pushing or everything else. And I'm basically hoping, you know, I'm hoping everything that you guys do, that Clash Royale continues to be the awesome game that it is, that it keeps pushing the bar for mobile gaming and mobile esports. And we'll see what this update does to move that needle. But that's it for me. I'd love to hear your commentary inside the comment section below. And of course, this is all speculation before the update comes live. They could make it so trade tokens are everywhere, clanmates are trading you their golems for clone spells, etc., but who knows until we actually get into this and we see what goes on. That's going to do it for this video. Would love to hear what you guys have to say inside the comment section below. As always, stay tuned for more Clash Royale news, decks, everything else on my channel. That's going to do it for this video today. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace.